I'd first like to thank the the Flower Mound Area Republican Club, Richard, Jackie Stanford, the officers, for having us here tonight. Appreciate that. Also, the Cross Timbers Gazette for recording this, and also for their co-sponsorship. I moved here 22 years ago. I was relocated like a lot of other people from my company at the time, GTE, and I moved here without family. This community is a wonderful community to live in. People are friendly, people are vibrant, and people are open. This community became my family. Many people here have been close personal friends for the whole time that I've lived here. In being involved in the community, I got involved in local government. I was appointed to the Planning and Zoning Commission. I spent 5 years on the Planning and Zoning Commission, one as chair, one as vice chair. And I got to know a lot of people and the value that the town of Flower Mound has, and it instilled some of the value that I have. Also, what I do want to do is kind of a first tonight. I want to make sure I acknowledge my fiance, Terry Shockley, who's sitting back there. Terry's never been involved in a political campaign before, and it was one of the bargains that she got in agreeing to marry me next month. Also, I'm sorry I didn't get to have dinner with you. Her daughter actually turned 16 today, so we had a 16th birthday right before we came here, and tomorrow she is going to be taking her driving test. Amazing. Somebody who's 16 who's going to take a driving test. She wanted to do it today. We got to back her off at least to do it tomorrow, so that's one less day she's going to be on the road. I'm proud of my community service. In 2007, I was appointed by President George Bush to the United States Electric Service Commission. I serve on the local draft board. Many of you may not be aware that the draft board is still in effect, but it is. Richard nodding his head, he knows it is. We have training every year. We have in constant contact. We have assignments. I do go to local post offices and make sure selective service material is up. And we do have mock scenarios that we have to go through every year to make sure that in case there is a situation that we're prepared. I've been involved in the Flower Mound Rotary Club, and also I went through Leadership Flower Mound in 2010 with the Flower Mound Chamber. I'm a proud member over 16 years of the Summit Club of Flower Mound, where I served a year as president, past president, and as vice president. As many of the people, men at least, that are involved. My opponent, Brian Webb, and I served together in the Summit Club. Summit Club is a nonpartisan group where we attempt to have everybody come together and put aside politics and work together for the benefit of the community. And I think we've been able to do that. We've been able to keep some civility among discourse. In 2007, I had the opportunity to apply for Paul Stone's seat and was appointed. Prior to that, after I left the Civil Service Commission at age 45, I decided I wanted to do something a little different, and I went to law school. So between the years of 45 and 49, I spent every night in law school in Fort Worth at Texas Wesleyan Law, and I graduated when I was 49, took the bar, and became an attorney when I was 50. I enjoy doing that. I enjoyed always wanting to be a lawyer, but I didn't want to let my life go by and say there's something that I hadn't done. So now I am a local attorney, and I do practice law in Flower Mound, and the majority of my law practice is in Denton County. I would tell you what my specialty are, but I don't want to have a plug in the middle of this. One of the questions we have is, what do we observe our water supply issues are? Many people may know that we start getting our water from the Dallas Water District. In fact, we get 14 to 15 million gallons a day. And we're tapped out at that amount. And one of the reasons we're tapped out at that amount is because the actual pipes that bring it to us were only a certain size, which probably should have been larger. That cost of that water is half the price of what we pay with the Upper Trinity. And that is an issue. So what we do in Flower Mound is we use every drop of the Dallas water first to keep our costs down. We do have, as Mr. Hayden said, and you'll hear from the other candidates, we do have a contract that was signed over 10 years ago. In 2008, after I was on council, I looked at that, and then Councilmember Jeff Tasker and I looked at it, and we tried to find creative ways to use the excess water. One of the ways we talked about was, why don't we bring a water bottling plant in and let them use the excess water? Why don't we sell it to other communities? Why don't we see how we can offload the water that we're paying for and not using? Wow, 1 minute. Unfortunately, the problem with that is that our contract says we can only sell the water retail. On the issue of our town being hard to do business with, I think we're different to do business with. The perception of being hard to do business with is not something that started in 2010, not something that started in 2008, not something that started in 2006, 4, 2, or 2000. Flower Mound is a unique place. We do have that perception. We do have high standards. Our residents enjoy us to high standards. I've attempted, like others on council, to see how we can make it easier to do business with. It is a culture change. We do have a situation with our smart growth and master plan where we front load a lot of studies that are done afterward. And we do that because that makes sure that we have quality growth and quality development before somebody comes on the ground. We've had situations where we've approved major projects only to see the developer go bankrupt. I am Al Filidoro. It's www.alfilidoro.com. Please go to my website, and I appreciate your consideration tonight. Thank you.